lot of us, I think, are more business or science or other disciplines rather than art. And sometimes we give music majors a bad rap because we see them in these wonderful performances and we say, hey, that looks like so much fun. They're smiling, having a great time, which we do. We do have a great time performing, but there is a lot of work that happens behind the scenes. We definitely have our bad days. This was me and my friend after a concert. We did not have a great run. I kind of screwed up. So yeah, as a music major, like anyone, we have our good and bad days. I'll go through a bunch of assumptions that people can sometimes make about music majors. One of which is you just do music. That's not true. There are bachelors of arts in music performance, clarinet, piano, jazz studies, music theory, music education, music therapy, theory and composition. It's not just music. Here's a picture of our athletic band director, who not only does he do logistics for the band, he also does all the arranging, he writes all the music for us, he rehearses us, he does so much. So it's not just like doing music, there's a lot more of that. So another assumption, we're all in the marching band. That's not true. In a guard of 55 members, I'm the only music major, so not necessarily true. Third assumption, you play your instrument all day. As much as we would love to, we can't. We have things called music theory. This is me at 2 a.m. still on the struggle bus, trying to figure out this second chord. So to a lot of you, this might look like complete confusion, but ask any music major and they can tell you what this means and make sense of it themselves. So that's something we do. So no, we don't play our instrument all day. We have to practice. As a clarinet performance major and music ed major, I'm required to practice at least 2 hours a day. We have to take music as culture from a slightly senile professor. We also have studio, which meets once a week, and it consists of all the people that have our instrument as their major. We meet and perform for one another. We have gen eds to do, we have music ed, that's part of your major, and then we have lessons, both from our primary professor and from the TA every week. We definitely do more than just music. About 25% of the freshman class at Harbinger for music is at Barrett. We do a lot of other clubs, sports fraternities, etc. We do like art clubs. Here we're hanging out on the weekend playing Smash Bros. Like we do have lives, even though we do love our instruments, and it's a lot of what we do. Another assumption, we perform all the time. Not really. We have about 4 to 5 ensemble concerts per year. As a performance major, you do 2 recitals your entire time at ASU, and then you perform in studio every once in a while. We have a lot of daily struggles. Here's a picture of Reed Day. This is the infamous day where clarinetists and people will, pick a day and just go through a box of reeds and figure out which one will work the best. We have a lot of random struggles like the weather. If it's really rainy and gross outside, we sound terrible in ensemble. And then fires. So one time the school music was on fire. Everyone was very scared for their instruments that were very wooden. Also, the movie Whiplash is not a thing. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but it basically follows the life of a jazz drummer in New York, where his professor is a total idiot and basically makes him really sad. But that was a picture of my professor. He's a super nice guy. He's hilarious. Dropout rates are extremely high, but when I started my music ed degree, there must have been close to 40 of us, and I graduated around 10. This is an assistant band director in the area who went to ASU, but we lost half of our choral ed majors within a year. We started with 48. There were 4, maybe 8 in our graduating class. It's crazy. This is another guy who studied at ASU. Why drop out? My experience, there have definitely been a lot of times that it's really hard. It's hard to stay inspired. Mental, emotional health, and sickness can have to do with it. Our friend Ian just dropped. A lot of my friends have been dropping, and sometimes it's due to family things, other times it's due to sickness. There are a lot of factors, but this is a quote from Eric Whitaker, a renowned choral composer and conductor, who just talks about the loss of interest that students can have in music school. I want you to understand that music is not just a profession. It's so much more than that. It's definitely a lifestyle. I mean, this is from grade, from kindergarten all the way till my senior year, just indulging in music and doing all the things. So